What if I told you that every single choice you've made today what you ate for breakfast? The exact moment you picked up your phone to click on this video. Even the person you're crushing on right now wasn't actually decided by you. No cap, I'm being dead serious. You think you're the main character driving the car of your life, but science says you're literally just sitting in the passenger seat with a fake plastic steering wheel, completely oblivious to the fact that someone else is driving. And that someone else? It's your subconscious mind. Back in the 1980s, a neuroscientist named Benjamin Libet ran a totally unhinged experiment. He hooked people's brains up to an EEG machine and told them to press a button whenever they felt like it. Sounds simple, right? But the brain scans showed something terrifying. The subjects' brains registered the decision to press the button milliseconds. Before the subjects were even consciously aware they wanted to press it. Your brain made the choice before you did. By the time you think, I'm going to do this, your subconscious has already secured the bag, run the calculations, and sent the signal. If that doesn't make you feel completely cooked, I don't know what will. Today, we are cracking open the single most powerful, terrifying, and incredible supercomputer in the universe, the human subconscious.
Hey, welcome back to MindSpark, a place where curiosity comes alive. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered what would happen if things suddenly changed? Instantly? Stick with me, because the answer is way more shocking than you think.
Welcome back to MindSpark, the only place on the internet where we take the wildest mysteries of the universe, break down the actual science, and upgrade your brain in the process. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because today we are talking about your subconscious mind. Look, we throw the word subconscious around a lot. People talk about manifesting, subliminal messaging, changing your aura, and all that. But strip away the crystals and the astrology, and you are left with cold, hard neuroscience. Your mind is split into two main parts. The conscious mind, that's the voice in your head right now judging my fit or wondering how long this video is. It's your logic, your willpower, and your critical thinking. And then there's the subconscious mind. This is the absolute unit running the background operations. Controls your heart rate, your digestion, your deep-rooted fears, your muscle memory, and your actual perception of reality. In this video, I'm going to prove to you just how completely unhinged your subconscious really is. We are going to look at how it filters your reality, how it can literally heal your physical body or destroy it, how childhood programming gave you the exact vibe you have today, and most importantly, how you can hack into the source code and rewrite your own programming. Let him cook, because we are diving deep. To really understand how overpowered your subconscious is, we have to talk about processing speed. The human brain is bombarded by an insane amount of sensory data every single second. Right now, your eyes are taking in millions of pixels of color. Your ears are picking up the hum of your fridge. Your skin feels the exact texture of the clothes you're wearing. And your nose is smelling whatever is going on in your room. If your conscious mind had to process all of that, you would literally crash. You would blue screen. Your brain would overheat and shut down. According to cognitive neuroscientists, your conscious mind can process about 40 to 50 bits of information per second. It's the equivalent of a 1998 dial-up internet connection. It's slow, it's clunky, and it can only focus on one or two things at a time. But your subconscious mind, it processes 11 million bits per second. Let that sink in. 40 bits versus 11 million bits. Your subconscious is a fiber optic, 5G, liquid-cooled supercomputer. It is absorbing everything. Every micro-expression on a person's face, every word you hear in the background of a coffee shop, every single piece of data around you. So, how does it decide what to send up to your conscious mind? How does it decide what you actually pay attention to? It uses a bouncer, a biological algorithm called the reticular activating system, or the RAS. The RAS is a bundle of nerves at our brainstem that filters out unnecessary information so the important stuff gets through. But here is the wild part. You program the RAS based on what you focus on. Have you ever bought a new pair of sneakers, let's say some classic Jordan 4S, and suddenly you see them everywhere? On the street, in movies, at the mall. Did everyone just magically buy them on the same day? No, they were always there, but your subconscious didn't care before. Once you signaled to your brain, hey, these are important to me, your RAS started highlighting them in your reality. This is why, if you constantly walk around thinking, I have negative aura, nobody likes me, I'm totally cooked, your subconscious says, bet. It will literally filter out the people smiling at you and only show you the people who look annoyed. Your subconscious literally creates the reality you experience. Okay, so it controls your perception. That's cool. But can it control your actual physical biology? Bro, you have no idea. We need to talk about the placebo effect because it is the most unhinged glitch in the human matrix. Usually, we think of the placebo effect as, oh, they gave a guy a sugar pill, he thought it was Tylenol, and his headache went away. That's child's play. We are talking about the subconscious mind literally restructuring physical tissue based purely on belief. In the early 2000s, a surgeon named Dr. Bruce mostly conducted a study on patients with severe osteoarthritis of the knee. These people were in agonizing pain, couldn't walk right, completely miserable. He split them into 3 groups. 2 groups got standard, highly invasive knee surgeries where he went in and cleared out the damaged cartilage. The 3rd group, he gave them a fake surgery. He knocked them out, cut 3 incisions in their knee to leave scars, splashed some salt water around so it sounded like a surgery, and then sewed them back up. He didn't fix anything. What happened? All 3 groups recovered at the exact same rate. The people with the fake surgery reported the exact same massive reduction in pain, and their physical mobility returned to normal. They were walking, running, living their lives. 2 years later, they still had no pain. Their subconscious mind believed the knee was fixed because of the theatrical ritual of the surgery, so it initiated physical healing protocols in the body to make it true. That is insane, whiz from the brain. This isn't magic, it's neurochemistry. When your subconscious fully accepts a belief as true, it commands the brain's pharmacy to release dopamine, endorphins, cortisol, or adrenaline. If you believe you are taking a powerful stimulant, your subconscious will literally spike your heart rate and dilate your pupils, even if you just swallowed a Tic-Tac. This has a dark side. It's called the nocebo effect. If a doctor tells you that you have 3 months to live, and your subconscious accepts it as absolute gospel, your body will often shut down right on schedule, even if the initial diagnosis was actually a mistake. Your subconscious cannot tell the difference between a real physical threat and a strongly imagined one. To the subconscious, your imagination is reality. So if the subconscious mind is this powerful, who programmed it? Who wrote the code that you are currently running on? Well, I've got some bad news. You didn't write it. To understand this, we have to look at brainwaves. When you are an adult, during your waking hours, your brain is mostly in a beta brainwave state. It's alert, logical, and fast. But from the time you are born until you are about 7 years old, your brain operates primarily in alpha and theta brainwave states. Theta is a hypnotic state. It's a state of high suggestibility. When you are a kid, you don't have a conscious filter yet. You don't have the logic to say, my dad is yelling about money because he has unhealed trauma and terrible financial habits. Instead, your theta state brain acts like a sponge, recording everything literally. You just download the program. Money is scarce. Money causes anger. I must stress about money. Dr. Bruce Lipton, a pioneering cellular biologist, points out that during our first 7 years, we download the behaviors, attitudes, and beliefs of our parents, our community, and our environment directly into our subconscious. We are literally tape recorders. Fast forward to today. You are a grown adult trying to start a business, trying to get fit, trying to attract a W partner. But every time you get close to success, you self-sabotage. You get lazy, you pick fights, you quit. Why? Because your conscious mind wants to win, but your subconscious mind is running a 20-year-old program that says, success is dangerous, or you aren't good enough. Since the subconscious is millions of times faster and stronger than the conscious mind, it wins every single time. Willpower is just a battery, it drains. Subconscious programming is the power grid. It never turns off. If your conscious desires don't match your subconscious programming, you are absolutely cooked. You will fight yourself forever. But it's not all doom and gloom. When your subconscious is aligned with your goals, it becomes the ultimate cheat code. Let's talk about muscle memory and the flow state. Think about when you first learned to drive a car. It was terrifying. You were consciously thinking about the gas pedal, the brake, the mirrors, the steering wheel. Your conscious mind was overwhelmed because it can only handle 40 bits of data a second. But what happens after you've been driving for 3 years? You can drive 30 miles down the highway, listening to a podcast, drinking an iced coffee, and suddenly you pull into your driveway and realize you don't even remember the drive. Who was driving the car? Your subconscious. We see this in gaming and sports all the time. Imagine you are in the final circle of a PUBG Mobile match. It's a 1v4. Your heart is pounding. If you stop to consciously think, okay, I need to drag my thumb exactly 2 centimeters to control the recoil of this M416, and then I need to press the crouch button to dodge, you are already dead. You're heading straight back to the lobby. But high-level players don't think. They rely on thousands of hours of repetition that have been baked into their subconscious. Their hands move on their own. They snap to targets, manage recoil, and execute movement mechanics completely automatically. This is called the flow state or transient hypofrontality. It's what happens when your prefrontal cortex, the conscious, thinking part of your brain, literally shuts down, and your deeply programmed subconscious takes the wheel. When people see an athlete or a gamer pull off something impossible and the chat is spamming, let him cook. What they are actually witnessing is a masterclass in subconscious execution. When you train your subconscious to handle the mechanics, your conscious mind is free to focus purely on high-level strategy. All right, this is the part of the video you've been waiting for. We know the subconscious runs the show. We know it was programmed by other people when you were a kid. So how do we hack it? How do we break in, delete the malware, and install a god-tier operating system? Welcome to neuroplasticity. Your brain is not hardwired, it's soft-wired. It physically changes its shape, creating new neural pathways based on new experiences and thoughts. But because the subconscious guards its programming heavily, you can't just logically argue with it. You can't just say, I am rich, one time and expect it to change. You have to bypass the conscious filter. Here are the 3 scientifically backed ways to hack your subconscious. 1. The theta gateway. Remember how I said kids are in a theta brainwave state? You still enter that state twice a day, right before you fall asleep, and right as you are waking up. In those 10 to 15 minutes, your conscious mind is too tired to argue, and your subconscious is wide open. This is the absolute worst time to be doom-scrolling negative news or watching unhinged internet drama. Whatever you expose yourself to in the theta window goes straight to the hard drive. Instead, use this time for strict visualization. Feel the emotion of the reality you want to create as if it's already happening. 2. High emotional impact. Your subconscious doesn't understand language very well. It understands emotion and images. If you experience a traumatic event, your subconscious writes a new rule instantly because the emotion was so high. But you can use this positively. When you visualize your goals, if you don't attach an intense, overwhelming feeling of gratitude, excitement, or power to it, your brain just sees it as a fake daydream. You have to combine a clear intention with an elevated emotion. That signals to the subconscious that this is a real, high-priority memory. 3. Brutal repetition. If you can't summon high emotion, you have to rely on brute force. Repetition. Remember the driving example? Remember the PUBG muscle memory? It took thousands of reps. If you want to rewrite your self-image, you have to consciously force a new habit, a new thought pattern, or a new affirmation hundreds and hundreds of times. At first, it will feel fake. Your conscious mind will call you a fraud. But if you keep hammering it into the system, eventually, the neurons will wire together. The code will compile. When that happens, the shift is permanent. You won't have to try to be confident or productive or focused. Your subconscious will just execute the program automatically, and your external reality will warp to match it. That is the definition of true, unshakable aura. Your subconscious mind is the greatest ally you will ever have, or the most ruthless enemy you will ever fight. And the craziest part is, the choice is entirely up to you. You are the programmer. It is time to sit down at the terminal, touch some grass, stop letting the world write your code for you, and start building the exact life you want. I want to hear from you guys. Which part of this completely blew your mind? Was it the Libet experiment? The fake knee surgeries? or the fact that your childhood is basically running your life right now? Drop a comment below. I'll be down there replying to the most unhinged takeaways. If this video upgraded your mindset, do me a massive favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to MindSpark, and share this with a friend who desperately needs to upgrade their mental OS. As always, keep questioning everything, never stop exploring, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp.
If this video made you think even for a second, hit the like button. It really helps the channel. Subscribe to MindSpark for more mind-blowing ideas, and tell me in the comments what topic we should explore next. Until next time, keep your mind curious,